see what your passions are, see what, you would do for free. I know that's sort of cliche, but what would you do for free? And I've been doing this for free for 20 years, over 20 years. So what would you do for free? What makes you happy?
Hello, everyone. I am so excited about season 2 of Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal. I'm Leslie, and I will be interviewing several exceptional Black women who are making a significant difference in their communities. One such innovative woman is Silvette Bullard, owner of Sweet Julobell Bakery. Silvette, welcome to season 2 of Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal.
Thank you so much. I'm honored and pleased and excited about being here. Welcome to my kitchen.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation, and it's our pleasure to have you today. And I tell you one thing, Miss Silvette, when the Ashro team and I got together and we were selecting guests to be a part of season 2, we knew that since the premiere of the season, or the episodes that would be airing during season 2, would start in February. And we thought, okay, so Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So we've got to get someone special who has a bakery and who has all of the sweet delights that we all love. And so we decided that Silvette Bullard of Sweet Julobell Bakery would be perfect.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
It is indeed my pleasure. Well, I tell you, I've got a lot of good questions I want to ask of you, and I know our viewers want to hear from you. But before I ask my questions, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Absolutely. So I'm a Georgia native. I know that, and Georgia native, born and raised in Decatur, Georgia. I have always loved to bake. I've lived in a number of different cities and states throughout my life, from college to early marriage. My husband's in the military, was in the military, and so I've traveled. And so baking has always been sort of that space of comfort and space, that my happy place. And so yes, I actually call the kitchen my happy place. So baking has always just been something I've loved to do and enjoyed doing. I also am a certified counselor, school counselor. I have my national certification and also my license for professional counseling. And so really my joy and my passion is about figuring out how to help others help themselves, and also how to give joy through counseling and now baking.
I love it. I love it, Silvette. And we just thank you for your heart for serving others and for your desire to make us happy from your happy place with all of your sweets.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. So now let me ask you this. What made you decide to start your own business, and tell us how the name Sweet Julobell Bakery came about?
Absolutely. So I think, again, part of being a counselor is saying, what is self-care? What makes you happy? What kind of puts you in a good place? And for me, it's always been baking. And one of the things that sort of triggered or sort of awakened this passion or interest in terms of starting a bakery was that I gave a couple of cakes to some friends whom just kind of coincidentally or sadly had both lost their mothers. And they tasted the cakes, and it was just smile, joy, happiness over tasting the cakes, and appreciation over just the gift of giving the cakes. And both of them were like, you need to open a bakery. It's time for you to open a bakery. And then my husband has also been telling me for years and years and years to open a bakery. Over the holidays, I would literally bake 20, 30 cakes and just gift them. And just would love to see the smile on people's faces and to hear the wonderful response that I would get from baking. And so I think it's been something that's been slowly brewing, within me in terms of just starting it. Frankly, I think COVID also sort of motivated me. I baked a whole lot in the very beginning, and just sort of started slowly making steps towards making this a business during that time. Sweet Julobell Bakery also was a process. I had a couple of other names that I tried out and I liked them. But then when I thought about the, kind of down the line of maybe incorporating, I decided to really try to find something that was unique and something that really meant something to me. I think, I can only speak about things from the heart when they are from the heart. And so Sweet Julobell is a combination of my grandmother's and my great aunt's names. So obviously sweet because I make desserts, I make bundt cakes. And then Julobell is a combination of their names, Julia for Jew, Lois for Lo, and Bell for Willie Bell. And they were all incredible women and incredible bakers. In fact, some of the flavors are inspired by them. And so that's how I came up with the name, Sweet Julobell Bakery.
I love it. I love it. The name is perfect. And I tell you, I'm happy that your husband, Rodney, please tell Rodney I said hello.
I will.
Your husband, Rodney, and your beautiful friends inspired you to start your own business. I am so excited about that. I have tasted one of your most popular flavors. And when I tell you it is so delicious, oh my goodness, it is moist, buttery, melt in your mouth good.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. So for Valentine's Day, share and beyond, share some of your most popular flavors with us.
Sure. So since we're talking about Valentine's Day in February, I'm going to offer 3 flavors. And I always think about like themes or what people might want or what customers might want. And so obviously my colors are red and cream, red and white. Valentine's Day is also red and white. And so I'm offering my red velvet, which is a top seller, definitely a top seller. I'm offering the red velvet, and I bake that actually in 2 different varieties. I have my bundt cake, and most of my cakes are bundt cakes, in part because they ship easily, they ship well, and they ship really soundly. And so I have my bundt cakes. So I have the red velvet bundt, and then I have the red velvet layer cake. And the layer cake is offered for local pickup. And then I'm going to offer a pound cake, my sour cream pound, which is also a wonderful staple, a great basic flavor. People love it. And then I'm offering my chocolate rum because February, Valentine's Day chocolate. So why not offer chocolate cake? And so I'm offering my chocolate rum cake as the 3 varieties. My personal favorite, in addition to what you mentioned, which is the salted caramel whiskey, which is my top seller by far. It's the most popular flavor. My personal favorite is my Pina Colada cake.
Wow. Do tell.
It is something special. In general, all of my cakes are baked fresh. They're baked with high quality ingredients, including the glazes. Everything is high quality and everything is baked and prepared fresh. Nothing is frozen. And so with the Pina Colada, it's a basic cake that has pineapple on the inside. Wow. It has coconut cream pudding on the inside of the cake baked into the cake. And then there's also some coconut rum baked into the cake. And then it's drizzled with this it tastes like pina colada frosting.
Oh my goodness.
It's this incredible pina colada frosting. And then I have some coconut that's drizzled on top. So it's really a favorite. I think it's one of Rodney's 10 favorites. I baked 14 cakes.
I love it.
He'll say it's one of his 10 favorites, one of his 14 favorites. So it's my personal favorite. I love it. And I would when it's a one cake, one of the many cakes that if I bake it, I have to bake extra so that I can eat it too.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And I'm loving all of your beautiful decorations, and
thank you.
Especially for Valentine's Day. Now, you just shared the types of cakes you think would be thoughtful for Valentine's Day. So thanks for sharing that with us. And so let me ask you this. Why are sweets a good idea for Valentine's Day?
My goodness. Why wouldn't they be?
That's
Uh,
right.
I have a sweet tooth. Most people have a sweet tooth.
Yes.
And I just think it's a wonderful way to show someone that you care, that you're thinking of them. Sweets naturally, like food is love. And so it's a natural connection with Valentine's Day and sending or picking up a wonderful cake to show that you love someone or show that you're thinking about them. And it just makes you smile. It's something that, makes us happy to have a great piece of cake. And so I think that's why I think about sweets. That's what I love about sweets.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. And the fact that they are homemade cakes,
Yes.
baked with love by you. And I have to tell you, when my cake was delivered to my home, I was just so very impressed by the presentation, the box itself, the sweet Julobell labels, the way the cake was set inside of the box so that it wouldn't slide. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, she is exceptional at what she does. So I'm so impressed by that. You
Thank
are
you.
indeed a woman of excellence, and I love that.
Thank you. I really, and thank you for mentioning that, because one of the things that was really important as I was thinking about packaging actually was that I wanted people to feel like they were opening a present.
Yeah.
And it's my gift. The cake is my gift. Um, Baking is my gift from God, but it's also my gift to you. And so I want you to feel I want you to feel that spirit of giving when I give you the cake. And so that's one thing that has been really important to me, that it's not just, oh, here's a cake. It's no, here's a piece of me that I'm giving to you. And I hope that you can accept it and love it and enjoy it as much as all the joy that I put into when I bake it.
Oh, yes, and I did feel it. I don't know if the gentleman who delivered it shared with you, but when he came to the door with the box, I just started jumping up and down. I'm like, the sweet Julebert cake is here. Your reputation precedes you.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Now, let me ask you this, Miss Silvette. What advice would you give to other Black women who want to start their own businesses?
Thank you for asking that. I think that part of what has to happen is that you have a dream, and that you have a skill set within that dream. And so one of the things that really motivated me, and I hope will motivate someone else or another fellow Black woman who wants to start a business, is to see what your passions are, see what you would do for free. I know that's sort of cliche, but what would you do for free? And I've been doing this for free for 20 years, over 20 years. So what would you do for free? What makes you happy? What, on your worst day, what would you want to do, and why would you want to do it? And so I think I would just start there, start internally in asking, those self-introspective questions. And then just do it. Start researching. The internet is full of information. I Googled cakes, bakeries, local bakeries, home-based kitchens, just really trying to get information. I enrolled in an online course. And so I would say, educate yourself, get information, learn the tools of the trade, know what you need to do in terms of incorporating, in terms of trademarking, all those legal things. And so that if you start to, you may start small, but think big. And so, just think about, what you need to do down the line in terms of protecting what you've created, and talk to people who are in the business, who are doing what you're trying to do. I have a few mentors who I just call up and I'm like, what am I doing? What should I do? I don't always listen. So I would say follow their advice. But it's also good to learn from your mistakes. I always say mistakes are opportunities to learn. And so just take the bumps in the road, learn from them, use those bumps to climb higher. And, always remember to try to help others along the way as well. So I would definitely say follow your passion, make sure you have a skill set in that passion, research and learn, talk to others, let everyone else know, speak life into your dream. And then get training and find out how to do it, and how to do it well, or how to do it, in the best way that you can.
That is great advice. Thank you so much for sharing that. I tell you, you've just got me clapping all the way through this interview.
Thank
Now, let me
you.
ask you this, Silvette. What does onward and upward mean to you?
So when I think of onward and upward, I think of mobility and it's directional mobility. So it's onward, which is forward progress, and upward, which is elevation. And you're doing both simultaneously, but they're also both really important to do and to keep in mind. So I think, regardless, when I hear those words, I think about determination, I think about dedication, I think about diligence, I think about strength. I think about, frankly, my great aunts and my great aunt and my grandmothers in terms of just their mobility and moving, no matter what the circumstance. I think of excellence. So onward and upward, moving on and moving up.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for asking.
Now, how is your faith your guiding compass?
Everything begins and ends with faith, I think. Definitely begins with faith. And, I started off with sort of like that introspection and believing in yourself in terms of other Black women. I would say that's where faith is. It starts on the inside. And we have to daily renew our faith. Just like anything else, if we don't practice it, live it, train ourselves to really live it and to make it a part of our daily lives, then it's something, when we hit a bump in the road that we can sometimes, feel astray. So I think, having that daily intake of faith, be it, song, through word, through communing with other women or men of faith. I think it's important that we feed our souls in terms of faith. But faith is not just belief in what is unseen, but also moving in that faith and believing that whatever happens, I always say, God did not guarantee a smooth flight, but he guaranteed a safe landing. And so, no matter what happens, we will have a safe landing. And it's my faith that guides me in believing that.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I
Thank
love
you.
that. God did not promise a smooth flight, but He's assured a safe landing. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Now,
Absolutely.
we want to keep this conversation going well after this interview is over. I would love for you to share your website and your social media pages. And by the way, I've seen that excellent website and I love that video in which you share how we would order our cakes from you. And so would you give us that wonderful website, as that beautiful website, as well as your social media handles?
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning the video. The video and all of my cake flavors. Again, I have 14 varieties of different cakes. All of that information, how to order, the how to order video is available at my website, which is at sweetjulobellbakery.com. And you can probably see the logo here, but it's sweet, Julobell bakery.com. I also have Instagram and Facebook handles, and they're both at Sweet Julobell Bakery. Sweet Julobell Bakery are the handles for Instagram and also Facebook. And I offer featured flavors every week. This week's featured flavors will be, a couple flavors, and then week after that, I offer different flavors. But I will bake custom flavors. Definitely, if I have the space and availability to bake them, I'll make custom flavors as well.
Excellent, excellent. That deserves two snaps up. When I really like something, I snap. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you, this conversation has been way too short, but we'll be able to follow you on all of your social media pages. But I cannot let you go until you give us a brief tour of your wonderful kitchen where all of the magic happens.
Absolutely, my pleasure. So I'll show you a couple things here. This is, as you mentioned, this is my kitchen. It's also a certified home-based bakery. I've got my certification, and so I'll just show you a couple of tools of the trade. These are my two mixers. They are both KitchenAid mixers. This
Yeah.
one actually I've had since Rodney and I got married. My husband and I got married for 16 years. I've had this mixer. I call her Betty.
Hello to Betty.
Hi, Betty. She's still mixing along. And then actually for Mother's Day, Rodney got me this mixer. I call her Red.
Oh.
And again, speaking it into fruition, he again really always encouraged me to start the bakery, and this was a huge step in terms of doing that with the second mixer. And so a couple of other things that I really love, which I think are unique. This is a cake lifter.
Yes.
And when I make my layer cakes or some of my larger bundt cakes, it helps me to actually safely lift the cake without the cake falling apart.
Excellent.
And then I have the ever necessary scraper.
Yeah.
Bowl scraper. This is my favorite. I have several. This is my favorite scraper. And then I have my cake spatula, which is wonderful when I am frosting cakes.
Excellent.
Finally, I wouldn't be anywhere without my bundt cake pan. This is my 10-inch. I sell 3 different sizes. This is my 10-inch, and then you can see some of the examples of the mini bell bunts. And then I also have an 8-inch that I bake.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for the tour and showing us those beautiful, beautiful small appliances and utensils. And these are real mini cakes that are sitting right here before us. So can you tell us the names of them?
Absolutely. I just so happen to have the top seller, which is our salted caramel whiskey cake. And again, this is a mini bell bun. And these are also really popular sizes. Particularly, for families or for individuals who just want the 4 cakes. I sell them in sets of 4. And so these have been super popular also as gifts. I sold more of these. I sold probably about over 200 of them just for Christmas. And then I have the pineapple upside down rum cake, which is a newer one. It was one that I actually I had a pineapple rum base, and I wanted to kick it up a notch. And so I added some fresh pineapples and fresh maraschino cherries to the top with some brown sugar and some butter, all low fat.
Yum!
Sugar. So that's all baked in with the pineapple rum cake base.
Right.
So these are a couple of my flavors, and they're also what I featured for this week.
I love it. I love it. And I can let the viewers know that when they receive either the cake or the minis, you have that beautiful little note card in the box thanking us for our order. I thought that was so thoughtful.
Thank you. Yes, these are so when typically, especially with an initial order, I'll include a note card, and a lot of times we'll send the cakes they make wonderful gifts, and so I will handwrite a note, a personalized note. If you want to send it to a friend, a family member, a loved one, and you want to include a personalized note, then I can write it in there, and then it'll go along with the cake.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Silvette, thank you so much for taking time out of what I know to be a really busy schedule to speak with me today and spread the love to all of the viewers of Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal. I appreciate that.
It's been my absolute pleasure talking with you as well, sharing Sweet Julobell Bakery with you and your viewers, and I really appreciate you, and thank you for your time as well. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, and you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.